Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Mindscape TV. I'm Jeff Bell, Director of Digital Marketing Services, and with me I have Jim Buchanan, Digital Marketing Specialist with us. And today we're talking about kind of the details of how to do some keyword research. Keyword research is a constantly evolving process. We're using more and more tools that we'll talk about at the end. And we're kind of changing some of our processes around it based on Google algorithm changes and just some different the importance Google is putting on different aspects of web development and content. But to get you started quickly, I'm going to go ahead and use the free Google keyword tool here and show you how you can get started creating that list of keywords for your website so you can move that then into an optimized sitemap. So with that as the introduction, Jim, why don't you kind of get us started here on the Google keyword tool.
All right, first, as Jeff said, this is the free version of the tool, and typically we'll use this for very quick research ideas. Like if we're building a sitemap and we have a question about a certain term or a couple of terms, we'll just put those in the word or phrase section here. Say we're working with a fictitious soy candle company, so we want to learn about soy candles or scented soy candles. And again, we use this for just quick searches because you only will get 100 results or 100 suggestions back from this tool.
Now, for anyone who thinks there's any magic kind of coming up with those terms, if they're doing their own keyword research, this really is just almost like a brainstorming process here, right? As far as knowing what to type in the word or phrase box. I think a lot of people might look at that and go, I have no idea what to type in here. I don't know if people are searching for this or not. This really is just off the top of your head. I think people will probably search for this.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. And as you see, we'll get the results, and we get the competition, global monthly searches, and local monthly searches. For most companies, we just are concerned with the local monthly searches. That is an average number of searches over the past 12 months of that keyword term in the United States. And you can set that global and local. You can set for countries, and we usually just stick with the United States, sometimes add Canada. It's dependent on the client and where they sell or offer their product.
And so just to clarify, local monthly searches in Google's world, local is, well, by default, the U.S.
Right.
At least for us. Who knows if we were in China? It might be China, but okay. So local is kind of just countrywide there. So.
Right. And they will give you the results for your exact queries here, and then we'll give you their suggestions below. And they'll only, with the free tool, they'll only give you up to 100.
Okay.
So typically when we do keyword research, we will, if you log into a AdWords account, you'll get much better information back, or much more complete information. You can get up to 800 keywords suggested based on what you put in here. So we'll do our more comprehensive keyword research with this tool. And we'll do the same thing. Enter our keywords. Hit search. And see, we got actually 977 keywords that are related, that Google thinks are related to the keywords I searched in. So when we put those keywords in, you have a couple of options. What we like to do, or what I like to do when I do keyword research, is just to download all of them. And that will download into an Excel file. If you would like to go through each keyword here, to me that's a little time consuming.
And now when this download all feature, that's available on the version of the AdWords tool where you're not logged in as well, right?
Right, that is available in the free keyword tool as well. Okay, just as a note, sometimes between the free tool and the AdWords tool, sometimes there's a little bit different data. The keyword searches don't always match up exactly. And again, those are not, we don't rely on those as exact numbers anyway, in any keyword research tool. We'll look at, say we'll see soy candles is searched for 40,500 times a month, and scented soy candles is 1,600 times a month. So obviously to us, the soy candle keyword is more searched for. And we kind of look at that ratio there. So again, you can go through here and click on all the keywords you want to include if you want to do it this way. I prefer just to download everything. We'll download it for Excel, and it'll open an Excel file.
So once you do this, how do you typically do the keyword research from like creating these files? Just kind of grouping them. We did soy candles here and scented soy candles. Might you do maybe candle holders or something as kind of the next round, or is it just kind of whatever comes to the top of your head?
I will break up the keywords I want to search for into groups, and maybe do one or two groups at the same time. Because it returns so many suggestions, I'll do one or two groups instead of just one at a time.
Okay.
And the nice thing now, another nice feature of this, the Google Keyword Tool, is it will group these together and add groups, which to me is not quite as helpful as it sounds, but it is when we're doing this for an organic, for our organic presence. If we were doing this for an ad group campaign, it might be a little more helpful, but it categorizes the keywords. There's keyword suggestions. For instance, the wholesale, there's a bunch of wholesale keywords dealing with soy candles and soy candle supplies and natural. And that's kind of a good tool to have. You can look through certain keywords, and if you're not all natural, we might want to get rid of that whole group. So it helps break them up. I also do it by in alphabetical order. Can help too sometimes, because once we build this huge keyword list, we really want to get rid of keywords. We want to get rid of as many as we can that are not relevant, or if we are unsure about relevancy, we kind of put those away for later, maybe. Okay, we want to really focus on the keywords that are completely relevant to your business or services that you offer.
Okay. So once we've got this list, I know now we have a spreadsheet started here of almost 1,000 terms, and we might have, let's say we want to search for candle holders now. Where do we go from here?
Okay, I just want to do a little housekeeping here first, because we're going to have a lot of keywords on this list. Okay, so we're going to go back to the keyword tool. So we put in our keywords, we're looking for holders. You see there's no search volume for those keywords we put in, but then it's going to give us ideas that are related to those. So I'm going to download those. Those are 995 more keywords. Download.
So once we download these search results, obviously this opens up in a brand new Excel spreadsheet. So if I did this 10 times, we're going to have 10 spreadsheets. So kind of what is the strategy that you take as you go through this?
Well, what I will do then is I will copy all these new keywords that we got. Just going to copy them, and I'm getting rid of this Excel sheet, because I like to have just one sheet. You can work out your own, whatever works best for you. I find that this works best for me. And then I'm just going to add them to this list.
Okay. So then we just keep going through that process.
Right.
Over and over until we have a sheet of a bazillion keywords or however many you want.
Right, and it'll be different based on your industry too. I mean, if you don't sell that many products or services, you're going to have less keywords to look through. And then the first thing I'll do here is get rid of any that are duplicated. So I don't have to look through this whole list and keep duplicating the
Oh,
same
okay.
thing over and
Yeah.
over. So I'm going to select the keyword and any keyword that is on here more than once. So we got rid of 337 right there. And it's going to leave us with over 1,600 keywords to look for. And this is the most difficult and time-consuming part of keyword research, is the keyword selection and keyword pruning. And like I said, we want to get rid of as many as we can. So anything that's not really relevant to your business, we'll get rid of it.
So this is the section, if you're doing your own keyword research, then where you kind of have to ask yourself, how relevant is this? Do I have any page on my site that this term could be kind of mapped to or could accurately represent?
But that's the key, because a lot of companies will, or a lot of people with a business will say, well, maybe that keyword, or that keyword kind of fits in, so they want to struggle to fit that in, and that's kind of counterproductive.
Sure, yeah.
You can't be everything to everybody, so that's why we want just completely relevant terms.
Well, and we want to make sure that there's a page. And that it's very, we don't want to send everyone, you don't want to have 92 different keywords you're trying to target on your homepage. If you have 92 different keywords, make sure, 1 to 3 are mapped to individual pages within your site. And then if you don't have any pages that are relevant for that, well, you either know you've got a content opportunity there if that really is a relevant keyword, and then you can add a page to target that keyword, or get rid of the keyword. It's not relevant for your business. So,
for example, if you looking at these examples here, wholesale soy candles. If you don't offer that, or you, sorry,
maybe that's not the target audience. You're more retail side,
right,
or something.
and you want to get rid of that keyword.
Sure. Great.
Or candle supplies. You don't offer candle supplies, but you offer candles, and you think, well, maybe I can get this customer to buy something from me. Well, they're looking for supplies. They're not looking for your candles.
Sure. Yeah. That's probably the number one thing we battle against constantly, is just everyone wants to rank for everything, and it's really important that it's a tight strategy from a keyword standpoint and content standpoint. It really is the core of it. If your content matches your keywords, that's really the be all end all part of that strategy. So, and
typically, if you're creating great content around some of these keyword ideas, like if you're creating great content around the keyword soy candles, you're going to be using soy candle in combination with other. You're
Sure.
going to be creating content. You don't need to think about, I have to use this certain keyword. You're going to. That's where a lot of search volume comes from, or a lot of visits come from, are the long tail keywords that use that base keyword in addition to other, like soy candle prices or soy candle scents and
right, yeah,
other modifiers to that keyword.
Sure. And Jim, just kind of as a quick wrap up, this was for using the AdWords tool. Are there other keyword tools out there?
There are a ton of keyword tools out there. There's both paid tools and other free tools. We've instead of going through each tool and comparing results, really you need to pick one or two and use that. Yeah. Otherwise, you can get lost in keyword research for weeks.
Yeah, sure. That's a good point too.
And with the Google keyword, it's simple to use. It gives us a good idea, and especially with the way we feel that Google is kind of going away from the importance of keywords, we don't want to spend a tremendous amount of time on using different tools to come up with those keywords.
Right.
We think we get good enough results from this keyword tool to make some good assumptions about how to build a site.
Sure. Great. All right. Well, thanks for showing that to us, Jim, kind of the process of keyword research. And from here, folks, you take these. We've got a great card sorting episode of Mindscape TV we will link to. That's where you take all of these keywords, you write them down on cards, and you begin to create your page structure for an optimized sitemap from here. So, keyword research, next step, optimized sitemap, and you'll be well on your way to a great keyword strategy for your website. So, thanks for watching this week's episode, and we'll see you next week. We hope you found this episode valuable, relevant, and interesting, that you'll like, comment, and share our videos, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Mindscape HMTV. Please join us on Facebook and Twitter at Mindscape HM, or read our blog posts and join us online at mindscape-hm.com. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next week.